big rushing total against Oklahoma, but are there things from the running game that you sort of got to that you can take forward for the rest of the year?
Yeah, definitely. The guy we just had up here, Travis Vokalek, I think he brings a really good dynamic to our running game, and that's in the way he's able to block. And I think he helps us out in that department. And there are certain elements we were able to get going that we hadn't in games past that we're definitely going to carry over.
Adrian Travis said that he prefers 12 personnel. He's a tight end, obviously. So
Naturally.
Out there. But you personally, just what do you think about that, having two tight ends out there?
Yeah, well, I love it. It's really not my job to say what personnel goes out and what we do here and there. My job is to do. So that's what I do. And but I will say I love having 12 personnel. I love having Travis and Austin, two huge targets for me, two reliable guys. So no complaints from me.
Adrian, how much do you guys need a breakthrough game or win like this week now against Michigan State?
Yeah, well, we definitely need it. Going down the stretch here, every game is a need win for us. That's how we're approaching it. And we know any given Saturday we can win those games. So we need to approach each game with the same intensity we did the Oklahoma week.
Objectively speaking, understanding that there's things you want to do better on an offense. What do you think you guys have done pretty well through 4 games on offense?
Yeah, there's a couple things. I would say some of the stuff we really need to get cleaned up is just finishing drives. Need to be cleaner, less penalties at times, shooting ourselves in the foot at times. But I will say we've had more explosive plays this year, and that's a big component of our offense that has gotten a lot better.
Do you chalk that up to anything in particular?
Just give credit to those guys on the outside. We have some really talented, skilled guys that can go make plays.
Adrian, do you feel the need to say something to Connor? I know he had a rough game, but as a captain, as a leader, do you have to go up and say, shake it off? It's on the stretch.
Yeah, well, he knows how much we need him. And, last year he was a all Big Ten kicker, and the guy's a stud. So I haven't lost faith in him, and I know the guys haven't either. He's a man. I know he's going to come back around and be the same guy he has been for us. So.
What's it been about Ramir, that's allowed him to kind of work his way back in? I think some people probably thought he was done, and he comes back and starts for Saturday.
Yeah, I love Ramir. The guy's really consistent teammate and consistent player. He shows up every day, knows what he's doing, and he plays his tail off. I was really excited for him to finally get that opportunity and go out there and show what he can do.
Adrian, what do you remember most from that Colorado game in 19? Coach Tucker obviously was on the sideline for that one. Kept his team, kept their heads up when there was an opportunity for them to probably go away at some point in that game.
Well, I remember losing for sure. That's a tough game to stomach, but really not what I'm thinking about going into this week. Obviously I have knowledge that he was the coach of that team, but I think this is a very different team, and they're wearing different colors, and really not comparable.
When the O-line has trouble with penalties, when it gets into an opening drive, you talk to them in the game. I guess how do you as a quarterback kind of address what's been going on there?
Yeah, well, I remember I definitely addressed it after the game, but those guys know. Those guys know that it's unacceptable and that we all have to get it cleaned up. It's on all of us, not just on them. So me going up and screaming or whatever it would be wouldn't necessarily get the outcome that we want in that situation. So it's just about communicating, and we got to be better. Simple as that.
When you went back and watched the film, was there anything you would have done differently on the 1st and 10 after the long play of bets where you just sort of aided there on miscommunication?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, ideally we get a real play off the ground there and get some positive yardage so that it's not 2nd and 10, 2nd and long, in kind of a goofy situation there. Just communication, all of us. So we all got to be better on that one.
Anything else for Adrian?
Adrian, can you tell us real quick what your thoughts are on Michigan State and what you've seen out of them through their first few games?
Yeah, well, they're a hell of a team. They're a tough team, and they're going to fight. They've played really well so far this year, and I'm excited to go play a night game and go play in that atmosphere. Never been to East Lansing, so I know the guys are excited about it. I'm excited about it, and it'll be a fist fight.
Adrian, you're the first quarterback in Nebraska history
history to have 4 seasons of 1,000 passing yards. When you think about who's come before you, just what does that mean to you? You've done a lot statistically. Do you ever sit back and reflect on that kind of stuff and records you've broken?
Yeah, well, there's a lot to do right now. You know, there will be a time for reflection, and I'll have that time for sure. But right now, it's all about doing, all about executing, and there's a lot more that I want to accomplish. You know, stats are cool, but at the end of the day, it's about winning. So we got to do that.